Good afternoon. This is the Health and Social Services Committee. Roll call, Sarah, please.
Amobian,
Present.
Freeman. Looks like he's
Present.
just now joining us. Okay. Baylor,
Here.
Neal,
Here.
Lombardo. All members are present except for Lombardo.
Okay. We have one issue before us today. It's offered by the mayor. Resolution declaring the month of April 2021 Minority Health Month in the city of Akron in order to raise awareness about health disparities that continue to affect racial and ethnic minority populations and encouraging action through health education, early detection and control of disease complications, and declaring an emergency. Is there someone present to Tamika there?
Hello.
Hi,
Chairwoman
Tamika, how are you?
Tamika Rose. Thank you for addressing me. Hello, members of the committee. April is Minority Health Month. We usually have a ton of events going on in the month of April, especially since it's spring and it's time to get out and just raise the awareness around the disparities. Today, we have with us Shalita Smith, who is she has so many titles. I'm going to let her talk about what her titles are, but she is also over the Commission for Minority Health within Summit County Public Health. And so I'm going to turn it over to her to talk about the disparities within our community and the different events that are going to occur this month safely during the pandemic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamika, and thank you, Ms. Omobian. I'd like to thank everyone for giving me the opportunity to speak today. As Tamika indicated, my name is Shalita Smith, and I am a manager here at Summit County Public Health. I oversee maternal child health initiatives as well as the Office of Minority Health and some other varying housing and reproductive health initiatives. So the Office of Minority Health and Minority Health Month looks a little bit different this year due to COVID. A lot of our events are happening at a virtual capacity, and really we're just on a huge outreach campaign and awareness around the vaccine and COVID and how it's disproportionately affecting our African American and Black and Brown communities. We recently worked with the radio to provide some outreach and do some advertisement that way. We will also be doing a large social media campaign. We are also working with some of our community partners to do some information around STI and HIV awareness, as well as the churches. Gus Johnson Community Foundation is doing some events out in the community, as well as we're doing some virtual cooking classes about the importance of healthy eating and nutrition during this time, because I know a lot of people have been taking Uber Eats to their advantage during this time. So we can regroup ourselves because it is summertime. So just really focusing on the core initiatives of health and keeping the vaccine and COVID in mind as we move forward. All of our events and all of our partners' events are on our website. And Tamika, if you could share that information with council, that would be fantastic. And I just really encourage everyone to participate as much as possible. And also, we are putting minorities up as a priority in our community. So if you have someone that's interested in the vaccine and they haven't been able to get an appointment, please let me know and I will do whatever I can to facilitate that. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm pleased to say, this is Linda Omobian again. I'm pleased to say that Commissioner Donna Scota has really gone out of her way and extending herself to try to get as much help from the minority leadership and others to refer people to her and her staff. And I think I don't know what the numbers look like, but I know in terms of reaching out to her that she's really shown that she has a commitment to follow through on that. So I'm glad to hear that. What I did before the meeting, I went to the city's website and I didn't see anything there, Tamika. It would be nice if the city, I could have missed it because there's so much there. If we could have something, even if it's just referring people to the Summit County Health Department's website, since all of the activities sounds like they are listed there. Shalita, I'm assuming that is correct.
Yes, ma'am. And I just sent Tamika the link, so I think she's going to do that for us.
Good, good. And hopefully it'll be in a very public place, because I know this time of the month, this time of the year, we usually have a lot of educational activities and all kinds of things going on in the city of Akron.
Yes.
Can you highlight anything in particular? I know last week there was a town hall meeting that was led by the NAACP, and they had a panel of folks that were talking about an array of issues impacting the Black and Brown communities, mostly around Stand Your Ground, that
Right.
piece of legislation that is so unfairly directed at people of color. But I know they've done other things on COVID as well. So
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
highlight?
And
Go
I
ahead.
know that Gus Johnson Community Foundation is teaming up with Full Term First Birthday at Summit County Public Health, and we will be showing the film Toxic. And that's around how toxic stress can affect the birth outcome of children, especially in the minority population. So that will be airing, I believe, on April 7th. And that will be coming out very shortly. We also will be having, I know there's going to be a PPE drop off in combination with Project Ujima in mid-April. I don't know the date exactly, but the flyer is on the website. The virtual cooking classes are April 15th and April 29th, I believe, and that's led by a Akron Black chef. And also, we're looking at closing the month with a community conversation with some pastors in our community about minority health situations, how it's affecting the community at large, but especially our various clergy and congregations, and what we're doing about that, and how COVID has made an impact as well. And we're actually hoping to have that as an opening conversation and taking that on the road to barbershops and beauty shops, because we do feel like there is a unique conversation that happens in those spaces that we don't capture. So we're really trying to do a better job of having that authentic conversation in the places where we get that authentic conversation and take that information and use it to drive a lot of the activities that happen in the community.
The one thing that would be extremely helpful, and I'll turn it over to others in a minute. I know that Amy Wade is the interim executive director. I'm sure she's going to be the executive director when all of this is said and done. But it would be nice if we had something on mental health, because every time I talk to people about this pandemic, we keep talking about the mental health issues that are the fallout of all of this isolation and housebound and pretty much just locking down in your home, that a lot of people are struggling with a lot of different issues, substance abuse, mental health issues, depression, you name it. I wonder if there's a way to kind of pull her in, being that she'll be the first African-American person in that leadership role. So I may give her a call and ask her if they're going to do anything. Because if so, they could put it on your schedule, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And I would like to say that on another note, we have been working with Minority Behavioral Health Group and some other agencies to really convene a overall listing of our minority providers in our community. We understand that there isn't a central location for that information. So we're trying to do our due diligence on that, because we understand that behavioral health and mental health is a huge barrier in our community, and we have not been addressing it as we should, especially with COVID. So moving forward, we need to pick a better strategy and work together to figure out how we can make those resources available.
Well, I'm going to give her a call and ask her to contact you. Maybe the two of you could work together on something.
That'd be
But
great.
thank you so very much.
Thank
Are
you.
there any hands raised, Sarah?
Yes, I can see that Councilman Neal has his hand raised.
Sure. Mr. Neal, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks, Ms. Smith, for what you shared. I would like to make a suggestion. I heard you mention some of the traditional places that we go to get information out. But with it coming summertime and knowing how last year this time house parties were a huge problem for us, I'd like to encourage, and I could even work with you to target that population and maybe get them on a social media talk platform that could be pushed out to let people know about the importance of the vaccine, social distancing. Even a lot of our fears is that people are going to get this vaccine and think now that they're immune, not knowing that they could actually be asymptomatic and infect people. So that population was a big concern last year this time. I know it's going to be even a bigger concern this year. If we could do some kind of community outreach to get them in a structured area where we can have a conversation with them that they know will be taped, that we could use to push out on social media to educate that population about the importance of still practicing safe practice, social distancing practices and everything as we go into the summer.
I think that's 100% doable. I think you have my contact information, but if not, Tamika definitely has it, and we can definitely have a conversation about that and how we can work together to do that. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, because I know there are some of the formal social clubs are meeting, but it's really the house parties that are most dangerous. So yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you.
Okay, thank you.
Any other hands raised?
I don't see any at the moment.
Okay. Ms. Rose, I'm sure your pleasure is to do the emergency passage of this resolution.
Yes, that is our pleasure here today. Yes.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion to pass this resolution and suspend the rules?
So move.
Second.
The motion has been passed. All in favor? I mean, the motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. It's been made and passed. Is there anything else to come before us? Hearing none, we will pass this tonight on an emergency basis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next committee for the day will be the Housing and Neighborhood Assistance Committee, and that will begin at 3:15. Those committee members are Fusco, Swirsky, Samples, McKittrick, and Connor. So we'll stop our live stream and be back at 3:15. Thank you.
Thank you.